I produce a ton of videos for TikTok every single day, and I do it in a matter of minutes. I've streamlined my process, I've made it so much easier, and I found a lot of ways to be more effective with my use of time in this creation of my TikToks. So let me show you my creation process for how I do vertical videos for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Now, because I'm producing multiple videos per day, per platform, per account that I have, and yes, I have a lot of businesses that I run on social, I need to make sure I'm very organized in how I do this. So I will sit down and I'll actually list out the videos that I want to film. I know exactly what I want to film and probably the order I'm going to be posting them in. And the nice thing with doing this means that I am able to create bingeable content, things that flow into each other. So I can do things that parlay off of the previous video rather than just random ones. Now don't get me wrong, I do put those random ones out there as well, but I am very clearly tying things together if at all possible so I can link back or connect it inside of my captions or respond to it in a comment so they're all linked together, which means more view time for all those videos. So I list out all the topics and I'm very aware of how many videos I want to produce per day. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit less, maybe 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's going to be more like 10, depending on the day, depending on what I'm doing, and depending on my purpose and the time frame I have in which to film these things. But I always try to over film, so even if I don't put all the videos out on one specific day, I'll have them for the next day. So I list out everything and I organize it in the way that I'm going to want to present it. Once I know what I'm going to be talking about, I actually script most of my videos. There will be some that I am just talking freestyle to the camera, but for the most part, I actually want to know exactly what I'm saying line by line by line. Because if I am talking direct to camera, that's great, but I could get a little sidetracked and I could get a little long-winded. If I want to be very impactful, I'm very strategic about the words that I say, and I write them line by line by line. And then I actually move around my camera as I film them. And I have videos on the platform so you can kind of see how to do that to save yourself the time and energy. That way, I'm not memorizing a big paragraph of information that I then have to deliver to camera, and it's more visually stimulating because there's movement on that screen and it's not just me talking direct to camera. So then I'm able to learn one line and then speak it to the camera and then learn the next line, move, speak it to the camera, and save myself a lot of time and energy. So I script all of my videos so I know exactly what I'm saying. With that in mind, what I do is I actually go over to my studio. Right now we're standing in the studio. I've got a bunch of ring lights up over here and umbrella lights and soft boxes because this is a very dark location for me. So I have to use a lot of different light, and I will set up my phone on one of those ring lights so that I'm getting the best light possible at the correct height so that I am on camera the way that I need to be. With that in mind, I also have a list. So I've got a secondary device, and I actually have multiple phones because I run my businesses and I have old phones that are just connected to Wi-Fi, but you can do this however it works best for you. You can even have your computer next to you to be able to go through and learn those lines. So I have that just off camera, so I'm not walking around to learn these lines. I can look direct to the camera, I can glance over and look at the list, and then I can come back to the camera and move my location inside of the screen so that I have that visual cut. I am then able to just power through all of my different videos, and I can switch outfits in between so it doesn't look like they were all filmed on the same day if that's not the look that I'm going for. So I script those videos, I set up the gear, and then I start my filming process. And like I said, I'm the girl who likes to change my appearance in between each video so that I can use it on any given day without it being weird or overlapping in an odd way. So I do like to switch outfits in between. Sometimes I'll change the way that I do my hair. I may even change my background and move around to different places so that it has that different and unique visual look so that every time they see me in the feed as it comes up through the course of the day or a couple of days, they're going to get a different view of what's going on and be able to recognize me in different settings. Now with that in mind, I will get my wardrobe ready. I may have it out so that I can just grab it. Sometimes I have a rack that I set up not too far away so that it's easy to do. Sometimes I actually walk over to where my wardrobe is and I'll go ahead and switch that way, but I always make sure that that is prepared. If it's something where I need to be saving a little extra time, I'll just grab the different things that I need and very quickly change things. Now with that in mind, I can add a jacket or take something off or like add a headband. You can use the same things and just change the look a little bit, even so much as just removing your hair from in front of you, putting it over your shoulder. You can kind of change different things to show it's very clearly, distinctly a different video, but it saves a lot of time and effort to have that ready to go or at least somewhat prepared so that you can just kind of swap things out as you go. Once all of my videos have been filmed, I then try to edit them immediately. This is going to leave me in the right mindset so I know exactly what I'm doing, and because of the way that I film them, I can very easily see where the last clip is on each line so that I don't have to go through and listen to everything. I can just clip where that audio spike starts and where the audio spike ends, and I know that that's going to be a pretty good flow for my video. Then all I have to do is watch the final product, and I'm ready to then export it, adjusting as needed, and then I can send it over to my phone. So as I'm editing these, what I do is I take them from my phone and I'll send them to my computer, I'll airdrop them over to my Mac, and then I will be able to drag them into a folder and one at a time add them into Adobe Premiere Rush or whatever editing program you use, edit those up, export it to the folder, and then from there, without anything else, I will take it from that folder and airdrop it back to my phone. At that point, because I'm still in the process, I will take it into TikTok or one of the other platforms and I will draft it. Now I may just upload the video and let it sit there and come back and do my text and my music later, or if I have the ability, while I'm still in that mindset, I will jump in and add the text, I'll add the music, I'll add whatever overlays I need, and just draft it so it's ready to go. But my main focus is getting the video edited and over to my phone, because if I get it edited and it just remains in that folder on my computer, I might forget about it. It might not make its way to my phone. And if I put it on my phone and I don't draft it inside of TikTok or one of the other platforms, I may forget that it's there, or it may get lost, or whatever it happens to be. So I try to use that process very streamlined, from phone to computer to exporting to the folder, back to the phone, into the app, all in one take, so nothing bad happens in between, because we know how life gets. So it makes it a lot easier and a lot smarter for me, and probably for you too, to do that process as part of one related process and not a pause in between. From there, I just have to be smart about how I'm going to release these videos, because I've already drafted them, which means I have the text, the music, the overlays, the captions, whatever I'm going to need ready to go. All I have to do now is pay attention to when I'm sending this out inside of the algorithm system, and I have to decide, given whatever day it happens to be, what I'm going to do with it. Do I want them closer together? Do I want them spaced out? Is it a day where I'm getting a lot of views? Do I want to post more? Do I want to post less? I'm going to be paying attention to the ecosystem of the platform to dictate how I'm posting. So unless it's a time-sensitive thing, I really make sure I hone in on what the ecosystem of the community is that day, and then base my posting off of that. From there, I start the cycle all over again with new videos. So the more I create these videos, the easier it is to put those out, and the more I can create more content that I can reuse later. And of course, we talk about repurposing TikToks and when you should and should not be doing that all the time here on the platform. For more tips on how to effectively create your TikTok content to take the work and stress out of it, you're gonna wanna go through our TikTok playlist and head over to IG Reels for Business, where I'm literally handing you scripts so that you do not even have to think about your content creation. You can literally just fill in a couple of blanks, film your videos, and get back to running your business without that time or that stress commitment to creating more content to make it way easier for you. And if you want more on my 5-minute method on how I create my content in under 5 minutes, start to finish, from concept to scripting to filming and editing and getting ready to post, getting everything ready on the platform, we are dropping a brand new book in the not too distant future. We'll link it down below when it is available for you, on my 5-minute method on how you can be taking all of the work and stress out of creating your TikTok content to make sure that you're still present on social, but you can get back to running your business without that stress. If you've got questions or comments, go ahead and drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next video.